Hello, world, and this is Jerome. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but every week I've been saying out of the blue. So, what y'all think about that as the title of the podcast?
Hell, I guess that's the damn name.
I mean, I've been saying it. We can change it, but I mean, the blue is BL.E.W. Like blue is for Black Educated Week. And if you take it at that, you know, we are black, we are educated, and we kind of do this every week, so it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hey.
I mean, you can change anytime y'all want to.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, we on week number 5, so I guess it's episode 5 of the Out of the Blue podcast.
Where does the time go?
Hey, good times. We are in another week in the Ethiopian spot.
Yes, sir. Doing Watt time, baby.
Yep. B-tips looking real good. But
then the one guy, he's scared to eat ethnic.
Yeah, you're talking about he been in Israel. I've been in South Africa.
Mick Israel. That's none of my business, though. They ain't none of my business.
Well, let me get my Mick Netanyahu.
South Africa king.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with trying new foods, but yeah, we sit up in here in the Ethiopian spot having a good time. We got some topics lined up for y'all today. Also, if y'all noticed, I do the videos right here. I would insert videos here. Okay, that's what we'll look like, and that's how it is. So we're going to get this week's podcast started. We got some various topics, and we're just going to start off with, which y'all want to start with today?
What's the first thing we wrote down there?
First thing you said was cultural appropriation with Bruno Mars.
Oh, yeah, that came from my timeline. I was on my social media, and you know, there was a young lady who was she was going in on Bruno Mars, saying he was stealing black culture, and it was a cultural appropriation. And I just think it's BS. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Now, although I agree with you 100%, just to like play devil's advocate, like, aren't you tired of?
Damn the devil!
I mean, the devil's everywhere. I mean, devil's in the milk. Devil's in the milk. But don't you kind of feel that Bruno Mars is taking black culture and making money off of it? I mean, his bigger ones than Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars got a hint of melanin in him, so I really don't consider him a big one. But Justin Timberlake, come on now.
Oh yeah. But Bruno Mars, and there's a lot of times people who are extra black, they don't even realize that Bruno Mars is Filipino. Really, technically, Bruno Mars is an Asiatic black man. If you go to Philippines and to that part of the world, New Guinea, people are black. They're black. They look just like us.
They got that black box perm in the head sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us have it too. You know, if you let our hair grow out, some of us have it too. But anyway, even besides that though, Bruno Mars, he pays homage to the people before him.
Yeah.
It's just like it's we gotta be careful. It's like we become what we hate. We hate racists, but we become racist. Oh no! Oh! How dare you take part of anything in our culture? You're not allowed to. Get out of here. You know, this is like when they told Serena and Tiger them, "Hey, get your asses off the golf course." This is, or the tennis court. Well, now we're becoming the same way. Don't do our music. That's crazy to me. You know, it's not like he's like he's the one, making it unfair. He's just doing what he likes. He's doing the music that he likes. His father was a musician. His father was a jazz musician. What the hell you expect?
I agree with you. However, like I said, my problem as you start talking is with Justin Timberlake. This dude, I mean, like, because I was watching the Breakfast Club online, and they were talking about, like, Sinbad was on there talking about how he disagrees with Justin Timberlake, playing homage to Prince, and he didn't get along with, like, Prince didn't like him. So, like,
that's a different situation. Yeah,
but it's still cultural appropriation,
Yeah.
I mean, so like Justin Timberlake, in the words of David Banner, Justin Timberlake is doing what Usher's supposed to do. That's Elvis. It's a very hot song.
Well, yeah, but that see, but we compare apples to oranges a lot of times. That's different. So, like, a lot of times those people, like Miley Cyrus is another one. Like, they'll tap into black culture to get popular, to get an extra audience, and then they'll tap out.
So would you agree with me that Justin Timberlake is a culture vulture?
Yeah, it appears so.
Yeah, I mean,
It
because
appears so.
like the man, what's his new album? Like Man of the Wild or something like that.
Some trash. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's not even a figment of my imagination,
But there are different levels of it. Now Elvis was, of course, the ultimate appropriator because he was a known racist, and he stole people's music and
Beat Mama Thornton.
and got famous, and but that's extreme. But Bruno Mars, come on, man.
we give it to him just because he had some melanin in him. He didn't grow up that way.
Who?
Bruno Mars.
What, loving the music? It's not about growing up a certain way. It's loving the music and being able to perform the music. You don't have to grow up in the hood to.
Because like Bruno Mars is a great artist. He's a great artist.
He's dope.
I don't like him for other reasons. The reason I don't like Bruno Mars is because I think he's too happy all the time. I like my R&B artists to be a little more like rough around the edges.
But just
love Bruno
take
Mars,
a genre. Here's my problem. Take a genre and run with it. Don't try to.
He's diverse.
Because I mean, it's clearly his
gets
music
busy,
is leaning maybe 2 to 5 percentage points towards our culture, but the other 47%. He definitely is geared toward the music is great. I'm not gonna say it's talented, but
the music is great. And why can't we just like the music? Why we gotta?
Because what we do have, whatever culture we call our culture, it ain't much. And what we got, people be trying to take it
It's still
and
ours.
exploit it. Whatever it is, however much it is, I think that's the $1 million question. I'm not saying he's not, but you're not gonna see me going out there buying his album. If he got a banging joint, I'll listen to it.
Yes, you will, Jay. Because I do recall you listen to 24 Karat.
24. I like it.
Yeah, bro,
24
you
Karat.
killed that like.
Come on, man. You
daily.
can't. That was dope.
But I'm not gonna buy his album because
I don't buy anybody's album anymore.
His music don't appeal to me like that.
I've been pirating for years. But anyway,
I Spotify and title it up.
Yeah, I ain't buying your album, but I ain't.
I mean, because like I see no problem with somebody of a different race or culture, borrowing from our culture to exemplify. But the problem I have is in cases like where Justin Timberlake, where he flows so easily between genres, and he's so easily accepted into black culture. We give him a pass at Cookout. Then he like totally does something like disrespect somebody like Prince. Then turn around and like, I'm gonna pay homage to Prince.
Well, I mean, that was they didn't really feel each other like that.
Timberlake. Look what he did to Janet
Yeah,
Jackson.
I mean, he kind of so that was a classic thing where you kind of she got crucified. He's the one that exposed the tick.
Yeah, that is the exact reason why. Like, I think Justin Timberlake, I put him in that category where he's a culture vulture because he does not really stand for the culture. He just want to make money and go back to his little farm in Wisconsin, wherever he's from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different. So if you stand with the culture, some people want to be down, and then when it comes time to,
how about Eminem?
Eminem's different.
I think Eminem is actually like practices what he
Eminem
preaches.
grew up in the culture. He grew up in the culture. He grew up on 8 Mile. He grew up with us. So that's not even an issue. You can't help being white. We can't. Like, I don't believe in being a racist as like just disliking people because they're white. He grew up. He respects the culture. Even now, he rides out against Donald Trump on our behalf. Like, he uses whatever the privilege, whatever he uses it to speak out. I respect that. I respect that a lot.
I do respect that. Speaking of Trump, like in Eminem killed Jay-Z on Renegade, and on the
Indeed,
and like here's a linkage. So Jay-Z was on What More Can I Say, which the only place you can find it is on Tidal. That's why I kind of joined Tidal. That's the only place you can find What More Can I Say. YouTube, you can't find it. But why?
There's some other places, but we won't get into that because it's
But Trump, because Jay-Z, one of the lines he say in there, he was like, "You can find me at the Trump Hotel." Mm-hmm. He says that. So Donald Trump is actually, is he a con artist or a culture vulture?
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump is opportunist. Like, Donald Trump, a lot of the rappers back in the day hung out with Donald Trump. snorted coke off breasts with Donald Trump and all that good stuff.
High strippers with Donald Trump.
Yeah,
You know?
so I mean, it's Donald Trump. That's why.
Donald Trump and Bobby Brown were friends.
Well, that's why I don't think he's a. People say he's a racist.
I think he's an opportunist.
I think Donald Trump just loves Donald Trump more than he loves you, and he knows how to manipulate you to, get what Donald Trump wants. He's got a whole redneck section of America who love him, and downtrodden middle America who love him. He knows what to say. He knows what to take credit for. And he didn't do. So that's
branding. Yeah, because it's this.
He knows how to brand. Yeah, he's a master brander. That's his skill.
It's this a series on Netflix. I put it in the comment section, but it talks about the Donald Trump, the con man, and it's actually really good. It's talking about like how all his business properties failed and how he didn't start making money until he started using his name to brand stuff. And branding what caused everything to happen. So
Donald Trump knows how to fail and make you not realize he's failing. That's a skill. He knows how to not be good at something, and then hey, look, man, he rode the Obama economy, and he just kind of fell into it. Hey, he takes credit for all of it. I did it all. He took credit for ISIS. Hey, that was happening way before him, but hey, he came in the end of I got rid of ISIS.
Yeah.
Which actually they're not gone. They'll be back with another name in a few years.
Yeah.
That's going to come back. We didn't kill them all; they just kind of went away.
Because one thing that I feel about Donald Trump is that I truly feel like he does not. I don't think he even wanted to be president. I think he ran just to get a name for himself. He thought he was going to lose. After he won, he was like, I guess I can't quit now.
He was trying to get that big ass NBC contract. I'm even bigger now. I was a big candidate.
Because he was trying to get Trump Russia. That's what he was trying to get.
Yeah.
Trump Tower Russia. He was trying to get that, and he ended up becoming president of the United States.
I feel like he was like, damn it, man, I won. Well, I guess I made the best of it.
Because he's not very. His home life has to be pretty roughed up now because the Stormy Daniels situation.
Mm-hmm. Nah, what talking about with Melania? Melania, but he pulled Melania out of Eastern Europe, which is the S-hole of Europe, and she's good. Her life, she got what she wanted. She knows what it is.
It was funny because like a report came out today that he was calling Stormy Daniels like a couple days after his son was born.
Yeah,
and like telling her to come to the pageant. He was going to he was going to buy a condo in New York and all this other kind of stuff. If Trump was your homeboy, what would you tell him?
Chill out, be easy. Come on, man. Like, we can do this.
I can't relate. I don't have no big at home. I don't know what to tell a dude like that. I really can't relate.
Out, man. Slow your roll, man. Come on, man. We can do this. We can just throw a big party, rent out a bungalow.
I would tell him quit. I'd be like, dude, look, you got more you can handle. If you keep going down this path, you're going to end up in jail. So I advise you just go ahead and quit. Quit.
I don't know, because I think right now I don't think anything's gonna happen either way. He's not gonna get him. People would think he's gonna get impeached. Cut that shit out. He ain't getting impeached.
No, he's in there for 4 years.
Impeached. Evangelicals don't care, and they're gonna keep voting for him because they're hypocrites. And as long as he's
that goes for all the preachers
as long as he
back
keeps,
them.
Because basically a couple of simple things. As long as he's got hope that he can possibly, overturn abortion, and he's gonna get it's all about the Supreme Court lawyers and keeping America from turning brown. As long as there's hope there, he's gonna be okay with that base. They don't care about him. He can cheat on his wife. He can.
Well, clearly he's cheated, but
he can collude with Russia.
Man, he had relationships.
He can do all of that. It's all about that Supreme Court. Keeping America from turning brown, as long as that hope is there, and the economy's doing good. So as long as that's going okay, I even think the economy can kind of turn a little bit. He still might lose a little, but as long as that Supreme Court and America's not turning brown as fast, hope is there. He's good.
I believe you're right because I believe the only thing. Like Trump represents what America, even though majority of people won't say it, Trump represents what America wants to be.
What is that?
Brash, bold, bully,
yeah.
say what they want to say without
hold on,
any fear of retribution.
No, but before him, we was already that. We kind of tempered off with Bush because Bush was kind of soft. But
Because like hindsight is always 20/20. Bush wasn't that bad. He lied and he wasn't the most educated individual to go about it.
I mean, he wasn't no fuzzy, but he wasn't no idiot. I would take Bush any day over Trump.
Oh,
I mean, who wouldn't?
Hello.
I mean, in hindsight, he got family experience.
He had bad. I think he was an okay guy. He had bad advice, bad people around him.
Yeah.
The good people he did have.
Just like he had punk ass Donald Rumsfeld had us in Iraq with Humvees with no armor and no windows and getting blown up, and putting sandbags on the floor. When we have helicopters, we could have flown places.
Yeah.
But dummy had a dummy with him.
I think what Rumsfeld once said, we don't know what we don't know until we don't know it.
Yeah. That's
that is like the dumbest line ever. We don't know what we don't know until we don't know it. Like, what?
Yeah, he got a lot of people killed, man. I know, and I know people that know a few. But hey, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, another thing with Trump is so recently there was an election up in Pennsylvania, PA 18, where Conor Lamb, who should win, because based off the number of the votes that are outstanding, does not overcome the victory that he already has.
Yeah, he declared victory.
I researched. I think he might be the Manchurian candidate, bro. This dude is like the perfect candidate. You know what I'm saying? He's 33 years old, district attorney, U.S. federal prosecutor.
You talking about the guy that's running for that seat?
No, who recently won the seat.
Was it Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
And Trump was the one that said, "Don't embarrass me, win," or something like that.
No, that's the guy that lost.
Yeah,
he's the guy that lost.
Oh, so he did lose.
Yeah. But Pennsylvania is
kind of blue.
But what they did, they Democrats was smart for a change. It's a kind of conservative area, so the candidate they had, they didn't get an ultra liberal progressive person.
I heard online they picked by committee.
Yeah, so they picked the right person to run. So they gotta be smart. In some of these areas, you don't want a progressive in there because it turns people off. And he kind of ran towards more local issues like the union. So they were smart about it. They've been stupid for so long about who to run and all this stuff. But it's Trump won by 25 points in the election.
Yep, he won.
So,
then it kind of like flipped.
2018, it might get real for him. We'll see.
I hope so. I mean, I hope Trump is taking a real bad beating because, like, in all honesty,
need a counterbalance, man.
I'm an American first. I mean, even though like I'm black, I'm educated, I have a job, have family, all that kind of stuff, but I live in the country of America, so I want America to succeed no matter what.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I don't want Trump to fail. However, we need some people in office to actually make stuff work. Because right now, all we're doing is dealing with the Russian scandal. We're dealing with Stormy Daniels. Why should I know the name of an old porn star? Why?
This is nothing more.
Yeah.
If you got to understand history. This is nothing more than George Washington's first administration. This mess that we have. You say, well, George Washington didn't have scandals. Oh, yes, he did. You had one of the guys putting stuff in the newspaper about the other guy trying to undermine everything that the other guy did. It's just chaos. This is not nothing haven't seen before. But I look at it like this: we are set up for the okie doke. Here's what it is. In Obama's first term, he had a supermajority. Trump's first term, supermajority. Obama's second term, get his ass whooped in the mid-elections. What's going to happen? When Trump, I think there's right for him to get his tail kicked because these Republicans have been acting stupid since he got in. Mm-hmm. So it's a potential. But then again, knowing the American public and knowing the American ignorance that choose to believe that hope can turn around, I wouldn't be surprised the potential that they could still win again.
I think it's possible.
If the Democrats don't do what they did in Alabama, you know what I mean?
I think the way the Democrats can win is to have a hands-off approach. because like you can't walk. I mean, because like I said, I'm from the South. I'm from Kannapolis, North Carolina. If I was a candidate, I was a candidate running for office, and every time that somebody asked me, "What about that Obama fella? What about that Obama fella?" and I realized that I can associate myself with Obama if I want to get even one vote. All politics is truly local.
Yeah,
like
indeed.
like
Exactly.
if I want to win in Cabarrus County, I have to speak like a Cabarrus County person.
Yeah.
If I want to win in Mecklenburg County, I have to speak like a Mecklenburg County person. I can't talk about pro-life, pro-choice. Why? I'm a grown man with a wife and two kids.
Leave it alone.
It ain't my concern. What you do, you and your side chick do in your side time, that's what y'all do.
I ain't got no side shit. Hold on.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, this guy.
But politics is all local, so there can't be a national campaign to get people elected. Politics should be local because I remember when I was running, and I said this, and this old white guy, he came to me and shook my hand afterwards, and he was like, what I said was, I have more in common with like the time I was 30 years old. I have more in common with a 30-year-old white guy from Cabarrus County than I ever would have with a 30-year-old black guy from New York.
That's interesting.
No, I mean, think about it. I grew up facing the same thing he faced. I mean, even though he was white, I was black. But I was trying to transcend the whole color barrier, and I know I got more in common with a black dude. But still, as far as politics go, I'm all about the South forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I grew up in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, the redneck capital of North Carolina. I feel like I ain't got in common. I ain't got a lot in common with the common. Well, some things in common, but some I don't know. It was kind of redneckish. But
the reason I said that was to show them I got more in common with them than they think. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the meal issues going on. I had employment, education, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I know my hometown there's a paper mill, but we never really. I don't know anybody that worked in it. I can't relate to that.
Yeah,
But there is certain issues. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, people are the same. Like people. We're not all that different from each other. We just don't realize it a lot of times. We have the same hope, everybody got the same.
I don't like hope for a fact. I don't like hope. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a hopeful person anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have the same, things we want. We want our kids to grow up and do well. We want, we want to not go broke. We want to have a little something in the bank. Be able to do what we want to do. People aren't all that different.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of hope and black hope, did y'all watch 7 Seconds on Netflix?
I haven't caught it yet.
Please watch it.
I don't have access to Netflix.
You can't borrow somebody. You don't have any friends, do you? You can't borrow somebody's pass.
You got a Fire Stick?
No Fire Stick, no nothing. Speaking of which, I have a friend that might want to get with you.
Side hustles, coming soon.
All right,
so please watch 7 Seconds. It is 10 episodes. It is about an hour each, a little more than an hour each episode, and I would love to talk to y'all about it. But we're gonna move on to P. Diddy and Curry might be actual bias for the Carolina Panthers. Jay, how you feel about that?
Curry, I'm all for. P. Diddy. Only reservation I have for P. Diddy is not necessarily circus because Nelly owns part of the Hornets, so we haven't seen.
But it's like 1%.
But P. Diddy's antics and P. Diddy's, I'm looking for more him from the business side. Successfully, from his clothing line, he's done great, and from his branding, great.
Successful.
But from his music side and how he's managed that
was successful too. Sold millions of records.
No. He only sold millions of records off really 2 people.
Who?
Biggie and probably Lil Kim.
What about 112?
112.
I'll give you 112.
Black Rob album was fire.
Black Rob, come on, bro. Look at their careers. What happened to their careers?
I ain't saying careers.
I'm talking about Biggie.
I ain't saying careers. I'm saying like
it's not always on the labels.
It's not about the careers. It's about like the album.
Maybe Mace went crazy and wanted to fraud a church. That was on him. You can't.
No, I ain't talking. I'm talking about before that.
I mean, you got 112. I mean, because like
I'm not talking about now though. What have you seen from anything from
Craig Mack? Come at it. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
You're right.
What have you seen from that? So for me, I'm concerned. We don't. We don't need that type of attention in
I
this community.
disagree. I respectfully disagree with you.
And why?
For like, I
Tell
don't
me y'all
mind.
can't buy this crap.
No, it's not crap.
Why?
Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, Sean John Combs,
Sean Combs.
Shiny
I like to
Superman.
call him Sean Combs.
I call him Sean. Me and him know each other. Not really, but I want to. It's like he is a businessman. He's not the greatest dancer, not the greatest rapper, even though I want to be like him when I was a rapper. Sean, Puff Daddy, he makes very much like Trump, makes decisions to benefit him.
He can't be like that.
And no, what I'm saying, but if he's on your side, he's going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to make whatever choices need to be made in order for him to win whatever he's doing.
I don't have a problem with it, as long as he's making good decisions as far as the team goes.
Well, thankfully he won't be a majority owner. He'll just be a minority owner. I would have rather seen, but Stephen Curry doesn't have enough equity. But he can be a minority owner. But
It's no big deal.
As long as he's not a majority owner, I'm fine with that.
because I do believe Erskine Bowles is a minority owner of the Panthers at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like anybody can be a minority owner.
Yeah.
Right. But he the way he kind of put it out there, he was trying to push to be a major stakeholder.
Puff Daddy is.
Got no problem with it.
I have no problem
He's
with
just as much a businessman as any other, all the rest of them.
I wouldn't want him to be no major stakeholder.
Why not?
This
Why
guy
not?
comes out and talking about we need to bring in Kaepernick to compete at the
That's
quarterback
stupid.
position.
That's stupid.
Come on,
That's
man.
why you have a general manager to make decisions.
But
Like
But hold on, you can't have
okay.
an owner saying dumb stuff like that too.
Yes, you can. I don't
got-
say dumb stuff all the time.
Who?
Presidents say dumb stuff all the time.
We ain't comparing an NFL franchisee to a politician.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I respectfully disagree. I
Look,
respectfully
as
disagree.
long as they're not trying to move the team, I'm good.
Oh yeah. Long as team stays here in Charlotte and they want to
And
win.
they will. No, they won't let them move it
I can't
anyway.
believe y'all guys up for P. Diddy. No, I'm cool with Curry. Curry is he here. He
What has P.
understands.
Diddy
this.
done to you?
What does he understand about what we got here in Carolina? Tell me that.
I think because Curry's light skin.
He's been in CIAA.
What?
I mean,
Nigga, did you see my skin?
P. Diddy throws awesome CIAA parties. What are you talking
Yes.
about?
$300 a pop. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
So he's good. CIAA qualifies you.
Yeah,
3 years
yeah.
in a row, you good. That's all you need to
Y'all
do.
can have that circus, but
What
nah,
is it? Gary McFadden, the detective here, that's running for sheriff.
something like that.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
part of the CIAA board. That's why I vote for him.
Boom, there you go.
CIAA, that's all that matters.
CIAA, Black People Weekend, baby.
That's the new Black Bikers Weekend.
Yeah.
Black people everywhere. I love it.
So for the record, Gist is against P. Diddy buying the team, and he only wants light-skinned people to buy the team.
I did not
Oh,
say that.
wow.
I did not say that.
Wow.
Really?
Wow. Wow.
Hey, you gonna
He
co-sign
only
to that?
wants light-skinned
You-
people owning the team.
Why, are you
So-
racist
so
against
it-
Steph Curry or something?
Absolutely
horrible.
not. I love
Why?
Steph Curry. I mean,
Nobody
I think
said nothing about light skin until you said
Dale
only
Curry-
light skin.
Dale Curry is my favorite basketball player of all time.
So what does this have to do with who's light and who's dark and
It has to do with the paper bag test, in which is your qualification for who buys the Panthers.
I clearly failed a paper bag
Yes,
test.
you do. But hey, sometimes you root for those who are against you.
Man, you're terrible, man.
Can I get some angina?
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back. All right, we're back after our break, which y'all probably didn't recognize. But next topic we're gonna talk about is the National Teacher or the National Walkout Day. I'm no longer a teacher, but I did see it on CNN where teachers and students walked out the classroom against gun violence. How did that go for y'all?
Well, for me, we had a walkout. I'm at a middle school, so I think they weren't quite as aware. I think that maybe high school kids, but we did have a walkout, and I just was curious because I was asking kids as they walked out. I said, "Do you know why you're walking out?" And they were like, "Nah, my homeboy walked out." Then I asked another kid, "Why'd you walk out?" They were like, we're going to play basketball, right? I was like, nah, never mind. Just keep. I was just asking kids. So for me, I don't know. I'm sure there were some kids who understood, but my group of kids that they give me, Nah, they didn't really know what was going on, and so that was my experience with it. But how was it at the high school?
Well, they didn't know what they was walking out for.
So people did walk out?
Yeah, they walked out about middle of my block. And some kids knew, some kids didn't. Some kids just did it because or whatever, but it's just, they really never, and the thing is, they missed a point where they could learn something about civil disobedience and an opportunity to learn how to protest.
Yeah, I feel like it was a missed opportunity at my school for a lot of the kids. And it really wasn't my position at that time to. Good. It wasn't my position at that time to really break it down for them. I was just more like, it was like, here, watch these kids. So that's what I was doing. But yeah.
See, me knows since I'm no longer in the school system. Plus, I'm not even working at the moment. But I did see on the CNN that Nickelodeon went black for 17 minutes today. But even then, I don't think people, like, I'm sorry that people lost their lives, but I think that walkouts and sit-ins and all that kind of stuff, like, it really doesn't accomplish what you set out to do. It kind of distracts from, like, what you're trying to do, Because if you're trying to change gun laws, it like, even I can walk out everything, but unless the politician votes to make a law to make a change to the way that people do stuff, nothing's going to change.
Which those idiots have already made a decision that they're not going to. Which I get.
Hey, Florida did something though.
But they didn't ban. They told them off top even before any of this stuff. We're not banning assault weapons, so get over it.
What, either one of y'all members of the NRA?
Nah, I never been part of that organization.
I'm cheap. I don't want to pay dues for stuff.
I mean, like, why is the NRA? Why is the NRA so, like, powerful? I mean,
they got the politicians, man. They give money to the politicians.
Yo, you get $500,000. Look, to the guys that's getting the money from this organization are getting at least anywhere between $250,000 to $500,000 or more a pop. You talking about out of 330 million people, you talking about at least 10 to 15 million people who are active members of this organization. That's money.
And yeah, it's funny because 10 million is a small portion of the population, but they got a strong lobby. If you got a strong lobby, man, you're gonna have power in this country, and they got a strong lobby. So,
and we see it because no politician wants to touch gun law. None.
It's funny how Trump. I mean, because like Trump in his lack of experience as a president, he actually says himself sometimes like, okay, I agree with that. Like raise the age of buying an assault rifle from 18 to 21. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see why you can buy an assault rifle, but you can't, get drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy.
It's like
it's backwards. You can smoke and kill yourself by smoking, and you can vote and you can join the military, and you can get a gun.
And I know, and some people say, well, we got 18-year-olds in the military, but hell, they ain't taking them M4s home with them.
Right.
But you go to the range and you shoot, you turn, that shit goes back. It's not in their trunk in their car. And the military don't trust them to do that. Please.
Yeah.
It's controlled.
It's crazy, but this whole gun debate issue, man, like, you got people that don't even want to make background checks tough. Like, are you really that stupid?
It's not stupid, it's selfish.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem is, like, with having more hurdles to get stuff done.
I don't understand it either.
That didn't give somebody a job for one, you know what I'm saying?
People are selfish, man. People are selfish. They're like, yo, I want it to be easier to buy my gun.
Buy a gun to do what?
And then, and people don't have as much empathy. So if you got killed or people getting killed, well, we'll make an excuse. This another reason.
Because I'm sick and tired of saying mental health. Every motherfucker I know is crazy at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of the biggest losers in the whole debate is people who have mental health issues, because we kind of marginalize them to make it seem like mental health is just like physical health. It happens. It doesn't mean that you're permanently damaged. It happens to people. You go through something, you get mental health issue, you get help, you get over it. but we stigmatize it so bad. Like, oh, it's
especially in the black community.
it's horrible.
Because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go off tangent for a little bit, but like everybody, well, you know, like about the whole pregnancy situation, like and all that kind of stuff like that. I put on Facebook how I was depressed, how I was drinking alcohol, like a fifth of liquor every single day, all this kind of stuff. Nobody reached out to me at all to say, hey, you need some help. Nobody. And that just goes to show how in the black community, we don't really address issues at all.
I don't really think it's just a black community thing. I think it's a national issue because a lot of times when you have these people that commit suicides or going through these anxiety programs, oftentimes you've seen that they've been alienated, they've been bullied in some way, form, or fashion, or people have distanced themselves that to the point where there is no communication to check up on them. I think it's more prevalent in our community because we deal with it, but I think it's also an issue.
We don't deal with it though.
We definitely don't
we tell people to walk it off. We tell people, oh, just pray it off. Talk to your pastor. I mean, and no knock on pastors, but I mean, sometimes you need help. You wouldn't break your leg and say, oh, just go limp into your pastor's office and have them put hands on your leg and now you're good. You're gonna limp the rest of your life.
I found it so funny because I was depressed as shit. I mean, I was definitely depressed and going through it. And I would talk to I would drop hints to people like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I'm feeling. So nobody. Now I worked my way through it by drinking. I drunk my way through it. Then after I drunk my way through it, I was like, you know what? I can find some other stuff to do, and that's why I make movies and stuff now. But I found it hilarious that as somebody who was going through depression and going through so much stuff and putting it out there in public, nobody said anything to me. Not one person.
Because people don't know what to do. People a lot of times they stand as, I don't know what to do. You know, we don't know what to do with mental health.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, because
people don't know where to go a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, if you get injured, you cut yourself, you shoot yourself, or you break something. You go to the emergency room, insurance and all that. But people don't know. I'm feeling funny. I'm feeling different. They don't really know what to do a lot of times. And
yeah, because what Jay just said, like somebody, because like I said, I have a self-healing thing that I do myself. So I check myself all the time. But if one person in my time of like screaming out for help would have reached out and said, hey, you need somebody to talk to, that would have made the world to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I reach out to so many people all the time. But if one person would have been like, hey, is everything okay with you? That would have changed everything for me. But by me because I put the whole story out there about like how me and my wife trying to have a baby, I couldn't have a baby. Artificial insemination didn't work as well as like that was our only option and all that kind of stuff like that. And I was like, I was drinking to get through the pain, and I put it on Facebook, people liking it. I was like, but nobody's asking me, am I okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was just like, do y'all understand what I just told y'all? I told y'all that I was on the brink of, drinking myself to death, and y'all just liking a post.
What if I told you?
Yeah, we can't expect too much out of social media.
Yeah. But like the society we live in today is just like that's how we communicate.
But what if I told you if your wife had did that, she would have got comments. They would have reached out to her. I think there's a notion that because we're men.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We're supposed to
like
we do best,
like,
internalize it. And, happy-go-lucky, whatever.
Be tough, man. Be tough.
Yeah, but
you just like This comes even when you little, you get a beating. They say, "Stop crying for you something to cry for." It kind of starts there, and from there,
you cry.
From there's boys, you kind of learn, don't show that,
Yeah.
It's because I kind of grew up with the
so you got the same line. I give you something to cry about.
Yeah. So you kind of grow up not knowing how to show emotions. I'll say to this day. It kind of changed. I'm the kind of person I don't show a whole lot of emotions per se. I don't go around crying and shit. It's just not. It's just. And there's nothing wrong.
I can tell you the last 20 years the time I cried. I cried on the day I found out my dad had cancer, and I cried on the day that my best friend my best friend in high school was shot and killed, May 27, 2010. Yeah. Before that, it was like when I was 8 years old when I cried.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of funerals and stuff, I I don't know. It's just how we come up, but I've grown to understand that it's okay. It's okay to do so, but I've had my way of growing up, so I just tend to not really be that way. But I understand it, and I never understood really emotional. I never understood really emotional men. Because it's just not something that we were.
Because we're not supposed to be emotional.
That we grew up with.
No, because
it always blew my mind when what the hell is wrong? What the hell is going on?
Unfortunately, like I do agree with you when it comes to like I'm saying like we don't show empathy or what am I looking for? Empathy or sympathy? Which one am I looking for?
If you're looking for understanding, empathy,
yeah.
You're just looking for I can't relate, but I do feel bad for you, sympathy.
Okay, but empathy or sympathy, like we don't get any of that as black males when we're going through something. Mm-hmm. But I don't understand like overly sensitive individuals. Like, like when they're crying all the time, like
I don't. It's okay.
You hurt my feelings, man. You hurt my feelings.
But I just don't understand.
Like if I ain't never seen you cry, I don't need to see you cry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. if
I mean, we ain't at a funeral. I'm like, what, bro? What, you all right? You good? Like it's like, but I've grown to understand. That's cool. Like
I understand people out there are like that. They're just really emotional,
and it doesn't make you lesser. But I don't know. I'm not a crier like that.
I don't cry.
There was a couple of times I had considered calling that military 1-800 depression suicide line. I mean, I was in a dark place, man. I'm telling you.
We all get in dark places.
Yeah, we've been in dark places. I've been there.
But you feel helpless because it's like nobody. You trying to go through the motions. Do anybody understand? Do anybody care? What if I wasn't here? Would anybody even miss me? I mean, just those. That was a dark time.
I'm an asshole. I mean, one time somebody did say, "But I hear nobody miss you." Like they miss you for 3 days and they cry about you, then move on to something else. I was an asshole for saying that, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was had the cloak of the black male syndrome. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you cry for you?
And then the military didn't really help. I remember my most part depressed time was when I was deployed, and when my daughter was born, she was born, and I was supposed to have like 30 days to hang out. I had to leave, and so I came home. It was like a couple of days. She was born, and I'm at the apartment when we lived in an apartment, and I got a call like, "Oh, we need you back." And it's like I had like 28 more days, and they were like, "Oh, yo, you gotta come back now." And I was like, "Excuse me, bring your ass back. Somebody's on the way." I was like, "You got a flight in like a couple of hours." I was like, "What?" And so I had to leave my newborn daughter, my wife, who just had she had a cesarean and she was struggling. And I had to leave, and it was like I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the mall or something, and I was on a flight back, and I got back, and I was like, I wanted to kill everybody, and I was in a dark place, and everybody was like, and then it was worse because everybody was like, man, what's wrong? What's the matter with you? Like, what do you mean what's wrong? I just left my family and just had a baby and nobody cares, So I was in a spot there, and somehow I got over it. I guess I didn't have a choice, but
I feel black males. That's what we're put up to do. We have no choice but to get
we
over
had no
it.
choice.
You know what I'm saying? Either we get over it or we just deal with it.
Yeah.
And like that's the only choice we got.
That's just kind of what happened.
That's the only choice we got. It's kind of sad that, and I will say about your daughter, she doesn't like me. I don't know why your daughter doesn't like me.
Nah, that's not true.
She doesn't. Bruh, how is your daughter like 9?
Mm-hmm.
My 9-year-old and your 9-year-old can't stand me. I was like, why don't y'all like me? You look funny.
Well, yours doesn't like me. I don't. But she always says, I don't know who you are.
I mean,
we've met plenty of times. I don't know you.
My daughter doesn't like me. But that's something we got to deal with, you know what I'm saying?
It's all good. It's only going to get worse out here. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. But they 9, that's, they're 19 and really hate us.
Yeah,
but
I don't even want to think that far. It's going to be real.
Yeah. But
that's funny.
Next up, we got side hustles. All right, so when should your side hustle become your main hustle? Or should your side hustle ever become your main hustle because it is just that, a side hustle?
It's a good question. I guess if you don't want to do your main hustle anymore, or if it's not fulfilling, no, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I think if you, if your main hustle isn't important to you anymore, or you feel like you can't do it, it's not fulfilling, then maybe your side hustle you can pick up if it's something that you think is fulfilling. My side hustles are actually like real side hustles. I don't think they're ever gonna be main hustles, but
I mean, I don't know. What's some of your side hustles?
Some of my side hustles. Well, right now my main side hustles, I do Uber Lyft, which is great. During CLAA was awesome. It's like I had a ski mask just robbing these fools. The rates were great, but I had to do that. I sell jailbroken devices to people, fire sticks.
Understood. Yeah.
I do eBay from time to time and different things. eBay, if I got a little wholesale license, so I find stuff and I sell it online. Those are the main three right now.
Jay, what's your side hustles?
I do Uber and Lyft part time. I pick up.
I put them on today.
Man, God, whatever.
I mean, I did Uber every now and then.
I did. See how black people. So you put people on.
He did put you on, yes. I remember when you started driving.
I thought I was Ubering first.
No, he was. No, he was way doing.
No, I was Lyfting first. He was Ubering first.
I think he was doing both.
Because I got money off of both from you.
Because he was telling you how good the rates are for driving Lyft, and you was like, I think I'm gonna do Lyft more. Because I remember you and I was at was it Picasso's up at University. It was a Panthers game, and I left to do my first Uber drive. He was like, "Yeah, Tyrone was right." Yeah.
See, this is why you just gotta help people and not expect credit, because you ain't getting no credit out here. He gon'
whatever.
I put this guy on.
He was gonna go first because I do remember that. Yeah.
Because I got $100 from both from you. Appreciate you.
Damn it.
And see, wow! See how crabs in a barrel. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Because of, oh man, see that? Damn it. No, but that does remind me, because I've had people how some people are. I'm like, hey, you can make some money doing this, and not really even expecting nothing, but people are like, oh, for real? Oh yeah, and I mentioned, oh yeah, I get referral, use my code, and you can see the look on their face. Damn that, you don't get a referral from me. And I've seen them, and they're driving, they're doing it, and I'm like, oh cool, you like it? Did you use my code? Oh nah, actually, like I just didn't want you to get $100
on the incognito website.
Why are we like that? I don't understand why we like that.
People hate.
My man said, "Damn it."
And then my other side hustle is like I pick up shifts. I get paid to pick up shifts at my other job. So I mean, it's dog work, but I can make it easy. Picking up shifts a month, making almost $1,000.
Oh, you work at Club Bananas, right?
No, I work at the airport, guy.
Oh, I thought you was dancing at Club Bananas.
There's nothing wrong with male stripping.
No.
I would not support you in any kind of way, but what I'm saying is nothing wrong with it.
I don't do those things.
And like my side hustles, I'm a college professor on a part time.
What college?
Central.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do that. I can't put you on until I get on full time.
Damn it.
Also, I make movies, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a movie on Amazon called Game of Love. Please check it out. It's free. And it's funny how when your side hustle is free, is people still don't support you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I hit one of my homegirls up recently, and I was like, hey, did you check out the movie yet? No. I'm like, okay, the movie been out for a damn year. You still ain't check it out yet? Come on now. Like, what is your holdup?
They won't do it. It's something that people have within them.
It's the crab in the barrel. It's like, okay, you doing something to get ahead, and I don't want to help you get ahead because I haven't been ahead as far as you are. So yeah,
it doesn't even affect you.
Yeah.
This is what we see this weekend.
Okay. For those in the YouTube world, Mr. Giston and I will be traveling to Miami this weekend. Just for a getaway, just a weekend down there. We might do a special podcast down there, depending on how drunk we get. But
oh boy!
So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Be there for that one. I'm a family man. I'll be at home with the family.
Oh, I'm a family man too.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
I
You know,
know.
I love my little chocolate drop. But check out the Amazon Game of Love. It's and I do have another movie coming out called it's untitled, and I don't know how I'm gonna title it, but it's a horror film. But I do have that coming out soon. But side hustles are really important. But my belief is your side hustle should become your main hustle once you realize that your main hustle doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Like, I like my main hustle right now. So.
My main hustle is one of the major banks. And I like it because it's like you don't have to stress a lot, but at the same time, I hate somebody tell me what to do. That's what it boils down to.
And,
I just do the Debo on them. You might tell me what to do right now, but when you walk away,
I'm gonna do what I want.
I'm doing what I want.
All right, next up on the list we have. Now we have two married men and a single guy on the panel tonight, but we're gonna ask this question anyway. When is it okay to look at a female?
So look at a female?
I mean, yeah, but for example, you in the gas station, chick walks in wearing skin tight, everything, from head to toe. She bends over in front of you, and I'm sorry. Oh, paying the bill.
There we go.
So when is it okay to look? Because like I said, she really just bent down in front, and like it wasn't in an overly sexualized way at all. But it was just like, is it okay to look? You know what I'm saying? So when is it okay to look? I mean, because like you in the gym, chick walks in with a body built for an
I'm
angel.
looking. It's automatic.
So you looking?
I'm looking.
Well, I mean, like casual settings. I don't know. I guess I don't really want it to be looking like that. If you're right in front of me, sure, you might glance and move
So
on.
what you think your wife would say about
It's
that?
gonna be them folly looks. That's what it's gonna
I
be.
don't know. There's somebody there. It's like I'm not like. I don't do any disrespectful staring. I don't like. It wouldn't be like I'm standing. Like, ooh, God, I want you. It's just you're there, like you're in front of me. Like, oh, okay, all right. It's not.
So they wouldn't get the folly stare.
What's the folly stare?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
What is that? I don't know what it is.
He know what the folly stare. He was
I
in
have
folly.
no-
He was in follies a few weeks ago.
Is that the strip club?
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
Plausible deniability.
All I'm saying is, I feel that. I mean, because I don't want to sound like I'm overly sexist or anything like that, but I'm just like, if you wear certain things in certain situations, you're going to get looked at.
You're damn right.
And by me looking at you, I'm not trying to disrespect you in any kind of way. I'm just saying, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, it's just some people. Like when I'm at the gym, I was telling you earlier. Sometimes people come in. Some people dressing like damn near stripper outfits. Well, sure. People gonna look because you're in the gym and you look like a stripper. So it's just. But I don't want you. I don't want to talk to
that's
you.
That's what I'm going. It's like
It's just.
If something catches my eye, I'm not, saying I want to pay money or I want to disrespect you or anything like that. It's just like, hey, my eye caught you, was drawn to it, and I'm just seeing like, is that real? And and like what's truly going on. So yeah. So if you see somebody staring at you, don't pop off just to pop off.
Yeah, like but I don't stare. I'm not staring at no woman.
Well, ever since I've been married, I've been trained not to look at anybody. I see everybody as a Jedediah. I don't recognize them at all.
Yeah.
Oh, word. That's how it is. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look, and
It's not a big issue for me. I know some people. I don't have staring problems.
I don't have staring problems. But if it's something that I was like, damn, Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, and then you just move on. I don't stare. It's not like, oh my God, oh look at, I don't go crazy.
She has to be a certain type for me to stare.
But
So the next thing I want to bring up is the Uncle Tom in our society. Is there anything such as Uncle Tom anymore?
I don't like the term Uncle Tom.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about why don't you like the term Uncle Tom?
But I don't know. It gets used too loosely, I think.
Because Uncle Tom was actually the hero in the book.
Yeah, but you know how it's used.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're not reading the book, but I don't know, I think it gets used a little bit too loose. Like say you have a conservative black person and people automatically, oh, you must be
like a Jedediah.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't call that person.
Have you
Uncle
ever been
Tom.
called Uncle Tom?
Well, I wouldn't say Uncle Tom, but sellout.
Okay.
Call that.
I mean, people are going to say things.
Yeah, people will say whatever they want to say.
But for, I guess what you would call Uncle Tom would be, for me, you have kind of know a person's intentions, which I don't assume to know all the time. But somebody who, like you have these people who will put down black people just to make themselves defeat their inferiority complex, to make them feel like, see, I'm one of the good ones. That, yeah, I would say so.
Right,
But just an ideology or believing a certain way, nah, because I'm not liberal or conservative or anything like that, but so I mean, some people could call me that on certain topics, maybe somebody say that when I talk about Bruno Mars, but I don't give a shit.
All right, so who would you say is the stereotypical Uncle Tom in our society today?
I don't call a lot of people that, but I got one. Jesse Lee Peterson. Have you ever followed him? Sometimes he's on Fox News. Of course, he would be on Fox News. But he has like a YouTube show, I think. But he's a guy that's he's a guy. He just openly anything against a black. He was on Sean Hannity's show one time, and Sean Hannity had to tell him to chill out. And
really?
So he goes extreme. Remember when the guy got shot in the back? South Carolina, what's the guy's name?
Yeah, the guy that was running from the cop and got shot in the back.
And pretty much everybody was like, yeah, that's messed up. But this guy came on and he was just like, oh, these black people, if they would just behave. And even Sean Hannity was like, nah, Jesse, we're not doing that tonight. And he was like, oh gosh, what's going on? Oh, we're not. And that's what he does. If you can YouTube him, that's what he does.
I guess who you got?
If I had anybody to guess, it's really David Clark comes to mind for me.
Sure.
I was going to say, well, you kind of took my first round pick, but I got a strong second round pick that I got.
Yeah, I tend to not really listen to Cheryl Clark anymore. Yeah.
He's just, some of the things he done said is just...
It just seems like I feel like he just hates himself. Hence he hates us.
He hates he's black.
Yeah.
My number one, but my second round draft pick since Jay, so my first round draft pick, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna do a twofer. I'm gonna go with Ben Carson.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And Stacey Dash.
Oh man, no. Ben Carson is like cupcake compared to her. She's the worst. I can't believe she's Dame Dash, damn sister. Really?
Yo, yeah, it's like that. Boy, they're cousins, right?
Cousins,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, they pull opposites though. You got the hoodest of hood and the wannabe washed white.
She's an idiot.
Well,
oh my God.
I think she's part of that inferiority complex. You just get people who feel like they buy the hype. They think that that we're less than, and they don't want to be that, so they try to reach out. Nah, I'm not like them.
I'm not like this. Like, girl,
so they kind of say with Ben Carson, I'm gonna say no.
You said no to Ben Carson?
I don't know. I think he believes the hype. I don't know that he's trying to.
Just because you believe the poison, don't that make you like that? Don't make you immune to the like.
Yeah, he's very close though. he's tap dancing on the line.
I mean,
For me, I don't know, because if you listen to what he says, there are times when he kind of fights it. You can see him fighting with it. At least he fights with it some. There's been times where, like, he's disagreed with President Trump at some point. He said it. He fights it, but some of them, when they don't even fight, they just embrace it. You know. But I don't really like to. I don't like to name call like that. I'm just more of I'll debate you and we can go with the facts and what is and what isn't. But I don't like, even when I do my social media battles that I do as a hobby. Sometimes I don't really name call with people because I can kill them with facts. And I'm smarter than them a lot of times.
Facts.
Yeah. So, but I don't name call. I don't call names. I don't do any of that. You know, 'cause I think once you call names, the person who's losing the argument starts to name call. So I feel like you lost. You know, I'm gonna hit you with facts and, you know, the truth before I name call you.
Okay, so we're with the hour mark. So I would like to end. Like, real one quick thing about the tampon smear. The girl that got smeared with tampons.
Yeah.
So you said she got off?
Yeah.
Like, the girl that did the smear and got off?
Yeah, she had like a special probation. But it's one of those things. I saw, like, again, I was on social media and people were like, I don't know, I think it's like, I call it fake outrage, really. They're like, I can't believe, really, you can't believe in America that she would get off. Like, that's not surprising. The privilege is real.
Yeah.
But to the girl who, then I read further, the girl who was the victim of that actually spoke on her behalf, so that might have a big thing to do with it. So, you know, a lot of times we forgive what a lot of
Black
people.
Hope. Black Hope. Please watch 7 Seconds, fellas.
Yeah,
Black slavery, that's what that is.
Please watch 7 Seconds. I'm just asking y'all to watch it. I would love to have a discussion about that with y'all.
It's just like when Dylan Roof killed those people at the church.
We'll pray for them.
You know, when it's
I pray that the bullet hits you directly between the eyes.
Yeah, when it's us, they want us to kumbaya, and then they go, oh, look at how wonderful it is. They forgave.
I can't
We're all
stand,
one.
I can't stand when African Americans are victimized. The first thing they say out of their mouth is, "We're going to pray for our oppressors," and at the same time, it's going to be okay. No, it's not. It's only going to be okay. You got to take what you want. But damn, that's just me being upset.
You let an illegal immigrant do it and get their asses out of here, build a wall. It's over.
Trump went to California to go see the walls. You know, today. Well, a couple days ago. So.
Yeah. Damn that wall.
So in closing, what do y'all have in closing? All right, I'll start with Mr. Tyrone. What you got in closing?
I mean, just basically, man, what I always say, everybody's the same. Treat each other right. Ooh, that smoke is strong.
Y'all do hookah?
Nah, I don't do hookah.
I do.
I used to do something. Well, no.
Let's do hookah in Florida, bro. Let's do hookah in Florida.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. What you got for closing, Tyrone?
Yeah, but I always tell people to treat each other right, man. And just like that, the white egg and brown egg is all the same color inside once you break and put it in the pan.
It is actually, yeah.
It's all good.
What you got? What you got, Gis?
Hey, just don't let the situations dictate your emotions. Be you. Stay grounded, and you control what you allow to control yourself.
Okay, and for my closing, I have Stay Calm, which is the title of one of the self-help books I have coming out very soon. Is Calm. C stands for clean, A stands for arrange, L stands for legitimize, and the M stands for manage. Once you do those things, you can do anything you want in life. Clean, arrange, legitimize, and manage.
Oh, okay.
Side hustle forever. Hey, so if y'all can text.
Oh, and make sure y'all watch the Tar Heels repeat in the tournament.
I do not think it's gonna happen, but okay. I gotta finish filling my bracket, but yeah, it ain't happening.
Heels all day.
But I would like as Tyrone and Gis to send me their Uber stuff. I'm gonna put it in the comment section. And as far as I'm also put the Game of Love link in the comment section also. So y'all check us out, and until next time, keep it in the blue.
Yeah, subscribe and hit like on that thing too.
Please do. All right, y'all take it easy. See y'all next week.